Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Lauren and this channel is all about freelance writing and helping you monetize those wordsmith skills so that you can work remotely and travel the world whenever you want for as long as you want. Of course, after we get over this little pandorama moment and the world goes back to normality or some version of it. But anyway, if you are a new freelance writer, or maybe you have been freelancing for a while and you're not really seeing the results that you want to see with your business, this channel is for you. And in today's video, we're going to dive into one of my all-time favorite topics, which is setting up a freelance writing portfolio site that is going to help you attract clients. So if that is something that you want to know more about, keep watching and let's get into it. Okay, so the first step in creating a freelance writing portfolio site is to choose a... The first step in creating a freelance writing portfolio site that is going to help you land clients is to choose your website host or a website builder. I personally recommend Squarespace. I have been using them for years. That is what my portfolio site is currently hosted on. But there are a host of other options like Wix, WordPress. I will say that WordPress does have a learning curve. Squarespace is super easy because you're literally just dragging and dropping the elements and they come with like a whole bunch of portfolio like templates that you can choose from, whereas WordPress is a bit more complicated and you have a bit more flexibility with how you want things to look because of all the widgets and things that you can fiddle with in the back end of things. So if you are not technically inclined and you don't want to go through that steep learning curve, I would recommend something like Squarespace, because you don't just get a website, you also get your domain through them, and you can also then get your professional email, which I do recommend having a domain email. It just looks super professional. That being said, if you are a new freelance writer and you don't have the money, you do not have to invest in an email address in order to get clients. I would recommend that you look into the long term of investing into, because it's going to help your business just look more professional. Another thing that's really great about Squarespace is that you don't have to worry about hosting because that's built into the package. Whereas if you were getting a WordPress site, you would need to pay someone for hosting. So for example, with my travel blog, I am hosting through Lyrical Host, and then I have like my WordPress site, and then I have the WordPress theme that I bought, and I link all those things together, and then that's how it works. Squarespace, way more simple, way more streamlined. You just choose your theme, pay them that monthly fee, and then wham bam, your site is up and running. Link your domain and you're good to go. So once you've decided if you're going to host with Squarespace or Wix or WordPress, the next thing you want to do is move on to creating your pages for your website. Now for your freelance writing portfolio, you don't need too many pages. All you need is a home page, an about me, a contact me page, and then your portfolio page. So just 4 things that you need to focus on. And the most important one is your home page, because this is the first impression that a potential client is going to get of you and your business, and you want to make sure that it is a good one. So next, I'm just going to give you some pointers of some things that you definitely do want to include in your freelance writing portfolio homepage to make sure that you are putting your best step forward. Are you going to be in the video? Are you going to be in the video, pretty girl? This is Cersei. She's going to just be my emotional support animal while I tell you about what you should have on your homepage of your freelance writing portfolio site. But the first thing that you want is that above the fold, which is the first thing that someone sees once your website loads, that needs to clearly state your niche. So for example, it could be, hi, my name is Lauren and I am a digital marketing freelance writer. Or hi, my name is Susan and I am a B2B white papers writer. Whatever your freelance writing niche is, you want to make sure that it is above the fold so that when someone clicks, they know immediately if you are the right writer for them. Then next, you want to make sure that you have sections that demonstrate why someone should work with you. And this why really needs to focus on the transformation. Now, the transformation is the end result that someone gets from working with you. Because hard truth, no one actually wants to hire a freelance writer. I know, wild. You are paying a freelance writer because you want that transformation, that result that is going to give your business. So as someone who writes blog posts for brands, the transformation that they're looking for by working with me is, organic traffic from search results, it's getting in more qualified traffic, and those qualified traffic is probably going to bring them better leads, and those better leads end up converting into customers. So that is what I am bringing to their business. Other things that I'm doing is I'm also helping them save time with the whole content creation thing and all that good stuff. So you want to have a section that just really focuses on those things. On my portfolio site, I have 3 transformations that I focus on and that I have on my homepage. Cersei, I love you, but we are filming YouTube videos today. The next thing you want to have on your freelance writing portfolio homepage is testimonials. So if you have worked with people in the past and they've like said really great things about your writing or any of the results that you've given them, make sure that you have 1 or 2 testimonials on your homepage. Now, if you are a new freelance writer and you don't have that yet, that is totally fine. Don't stress about that. I'm going to talk about that in another section about what else you can do, but don't stress yourself out too much if you don't have any testimonials to put on your site. You don't need them to get a client, but it is something that's going to help you in the future. So once you start getting work, you definitely want to start collecting those testimonials so that you can use them strategically in your sales and marketing process. Now, another section that you should definitely have on your homepage needs to talk about the results that you have achieved for your clients. For example, if you wrote a blog post and it went viral and it got like 5,000 shares, or if you wrote this ebook and it got like 10,000 downloads and that resulted in like 1,000 new leads for the business, and like 20% of those leads converted and the business ended up making like 2 million rand. If you've got results from your work, from your content work in the past, make sure that you speak about your best results on your homepage. 2 to 3 results is more than enough, but it's just to show people that working with you does get results. You're just demonstrating your value here. Again, if you are a complete new freelance writer and you don't have any results to put on your homepage yet, that is totally okay. But if you're someone like me who is a blogger, like I have my blog Wanderlust Movement, I do mention some of the things that I've achieved with my blog on my portfolio site, because it's basically the same thing. You know, whether I'm blogging for myself or blogging for someone else, if my blog posts have achieved certain results, I am going to talk about it. And then the final thing that you want on your homepage is just a quick about me section. I just have like a photo of myself and a quick little blurb, and then I have a button that says like learn more, and that then takes them to my full about me page. And then underneath that, I have a quick contact me form which people can fill in, that gets sent to my inbox, and then I contact them and we set up time to chat about their content marketing needs. Moving swiftly along to the About Me page. So how you want to structure your About Me page is basically it's a sales page. So if you know anything about conversion copy, this is what you want to use there. If you don't know anything about conversion copy, there are quite a few blog posts that you can read online which show you what elements you should include in a sales page. And the reason that you want to do this is because you are selling yourself on your About Me page, so you need to use some of those conversion tactics in your copy. So basically what my About Me page says is I kind of tell a bit about my story, about my history, my qualifications, the results that I've given people, but I also want to feed them elements of my personality, because I want to attract my dream clients. For me to land a client that has similar interests, that's just going to be amazing synergy, and I kind of also want them to learn these things about me before they've even spoken about me, because that already starts creating bonds with that other person. I'm creating that relatability factor. So that is something that you want to do with your portfolio site. Like, don't be scared about letting your personality show. Don't hold back. Just be like your weird, goofy, adorable, quirky self, because people who are going to fall in love with that are going to be your dream clients, because you're going to have that bond building, you know, that relatability factor, and it's going to be so much easier to work with them. Whereas if you were trying to fit into a mold of what you think a freelance writer should act like and look like online, you're not going to be authentically yourself, and that's going to come across in your copy, whether people pick up on that subconsciously or when you start working with the clients and there's going to be like this misalignment, this mix match, and it's just not going to be a vibe, it's not going to be a good time. If you are kind of not sure like how you can write as yourself, I would recommend recording yourself and then asking your friends like, what are your catchphrases? And the reason you want to record yourself is because then you can hear how you speak, You'll see what words that you use repeatedly, or just kind of like the tempo, the pace of how you speak, and that can really help you create your voice. And you can use this voice even when you're writing for other clients or yourself, but kind of knowing how you can use certain words to pull in bits of your personality into your copy is just really useful. Next, we are going to chat about your portfolio page. So your portfolio page is where you're going to choose like a maximum 3 pieces, maybe 6 if you really want to, but really don't go over 6 pieces on your portfolio site, because no one is going to read absolutely every single piece of content that you've ever written. And it's also going to be super overwhelming to the viewer if there's just like an endless scroll of articles that you've written. So what I want you to do here is choose your top 3 or top 6 articles that are related to your freelance writing niche and put them here. So what I do is, if the article is hosted on someone else's website, I just like put a little box, picture, the name of the blog post, and then hyperlink that to where the actual blog post is. You do not want to just copy and paste the article if it's been published somewhere else onto your portfolio site. The reason you don't want to do that is because it's bad for SEO, because that's essentially duplicating content in Google's eyes, but also your client has paid for that exclusivity of your of those words, of that content. They technically own that content, so you don't want to be duplicating it anywhere else. So just hyperlink to the work that's already published. Now, one of the top questions I get from my freelance writing 101 clients, and also with Write to Wonder, which was that freelance writing course. Oh my lord. Okay, so one of the big questions that I get from my freelance writing clients, as well as the students that I had for Write to Wonder, which was that 3-day freelance writing workshop, was what happens if you have no content published anywhere else? You've never worked with a client before, you have nothing to put on your portfolio site. What should you do? And what you should do is create niche-specific examples. You can just choose any topic that is related to your niche or a problem that they're having, and just write a quick blog post on it. It can be 500 words or 1,000 words, and then you just self-publish that on your portfolio site. This is what I did in March of 2020. At the height of the pandemic, I had lost all my travel clients already in February, and I was like shit bricks, because if there was one industry that was not making money, it was travel. So I had to basically shift my freelance writing niche completely, and I went into CBD, because I was like, if there's one niche that is going to be making money, it's going to be the health niche, and I know a lot about CBD and the devil's lettuce. So that's why I shifted into that. And I had never written anything on those topics before, so I wrote 2 blog posts on the marijuana, posted it on my portfolio site, and then I used those 2 sample articles in my pitches to land my CBD clients. There really is no excuse whether you are a newbie or you are experienced. Just write the articles that are relevant to your niche and self-publish them so that you can use them in your pitches. All a client is looking to see is if you can write, and if you can write well. And if you are a content writer like me for blog posts, I just want to see that you know how to format a blog for SEO. If you are wanting to go after clients and specialize in long form blog posts, and by that I mean blog posts that are like 2,000 words or more, I would highly recommend that you create samples that are within that word count range, so that the client can see that you know how to structure a long form post and keep it interesting. Now, there is an optional page that you can do. This is something that I do on my portfolio site, but it is not something that you need to do. It's more a nice to have. I also have a sales page for my content writing. So going back to what I said about the About Me page, I follow a whole conversion copy format, which basically sells my content package to a potential client. I want them to buy multiple blog posts off me every single month. So I have different package options for that to kind of make sure that I have this reoccurring income coming into my freelance writing business. And to sell that, I have a whole sales page for that. It's basically just called like content marketing, and then I explain the benefits of content marketing, how it can help someone's business. I touch on my results, I talk about my packages and what they get. This is also a really great place to upsell people. So if you can do extra things like keyword research, or you would be okay with like uploading the blog post to someone's website and formatting it and all that stuff, maybe even doing the social media stuff that goes along with the blog post, you could add those as either freebies to your package, or you can make them little add-ons and make more money that way by upselling people with different features and benefits that you offer within your packages. Your sales page is a great way to kind of lay that all out so that people can get a lay of the land and understand the value that they are going to get by choosing to invest in your business. And then finally, the last page on your freelance writing portfolio website needs to be a contact me page, because that's how you're going to get your leads. So this is super basic. You just need a form that basically says name, email address, and then message. I also, because at one point in my portfolio site, I offered Pinterest management. So I had options that people could tick, like, oh, do you want me to contact you for Pinterest or content marketing? They could like tick which one. And then after someone's like filled in that form, I'll then get an email, and then I'll set up some time to chat with them. And that also depends on you. Like, do you want to do sales calls, or do you want to discuss things over email only? I would say that most of my freelance writing clients, like 98%, we discuss everything via email, and there's only a small percentage, that 2%, that really wants to have a face-to-face sales call. So it's really up to you. I would also choose the option that feels the most comfortable to you, the one that isn't going to, make you hate doing sales calls. If you're not someone that really feels inclined to do that, you're not forced to do sales calls, you can literally discuss everything via email. Most of my freelance writing clients are super chill with that, which is great because I am an introvert, and if I can avoid a phone call, I will. And once that's all done, congratulations, you have officially created your first freelance writing portfolio website, and you are ready to use it in your pitches and use it as a way to help you close more leads into paying customers. Thank you so much for watching this video on how to create your freelance writing portfolio website. If you want more videos in your sub box about freelance writing, make sure that you subscribe and turn on those bell notifications. And in my next video, we're going to be discussing how you can format a blog for your clients for SEO. So if getting into blog writing for clients is something that is on your radar, that is definitely a video that you are going to want to watch. So make sure that you are subscribed for that. And in the meantime, if you want to binge watch some of my older freelance writing videos, make sure that you check out this video over here and this video over here. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will check you in the next one. Cheers!